What's happening, everyone? Welcome to 2-Minute AI Tips. Let's get right into it. So today I wanted to talk about education. I think there's a lot of pushback in education because you can definitely cheat your way through school with ChatGPT and learn nothing. But I also see it as a way of learning like no other. And today I wanted to show you not necessarily something I learned, but something I learned in college that I wanted a little refresher course on. I do a lot of product design. I needed some kind of thoughts on how I'm thinking about communication. And I remember this concept of language games and how words take their meaning from the language games they're played in and not just what they're referring to. And I wanted just a refresher course. So I knew it was written by Ludwig Wittgenstein. It was a fun philosophy class. So Ludwig published two main books. One was the Tractus, and the second one was Philosophical Investigations. And then, of course, it came back in Philosophical Investigations, the concept I was looking for, language games. It also talked about some other works of his. This uncertainty one he wrote later in life, I'm certainly intrigued by. But here I ask it to go one deeper. Give me a detailed explanation of Philosophical Investigations. Of course, this book talked about a lot, but down here again, we have language games. It was interesting to learn that this is in direct contradiction to what he wrote in the Tractus, and it gave me some social validation that this was an important work. So he gave a lot of examples in the book, so I wanted to see all of them. In this example, it says that the Builder's language game is one of the most famous ones, which was funny because it's the one that stuck with me. There are 4 words in the Builder's language game. When the builder says slab, the assistant gets the slab. It's important to note here that he only says slab and nothing about going to get the slab because it's understood within the language game. At a later date, I have to look more into asking, thanking, cussing, and praying, and making up my own story is a personal habit of mine. But I'm still looking for that concept that I was really juicing for, and I ask it to elaborate on the Builder's game. We already explained it before, but it does go into more detail. It talks about the rules and instruments of the game. But then I found it, the real insight that I was looking for from college. This example challenges the traditional view that words derive their meaning from referring to objects or state of affairs. Instead, Wittgenstein argues that the meaning of words lie in its use within a given language game. And I think that's really important, especially for me, because I realize sometimes when I'm speaking with someone, I realize we're playing different language games, and I really want to get us back on the same path. And I just really wanted to look at that concept again, and it was really cool. And thanks to ChatGPT, I learned all about it all over again. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. I wanted to teach you about the new concept of language games, but really what I was doing was showing you my process for not only finding like a Google level result, but really being able to ask deeper and deeper questions to get to that insight that you're looking for. Some people call that prompt engineering. I call it just being inquisitive. Either way, my goal was to change your mind about whether AI was a good or bad thing for education. Chat with you next time.